Woo! How many people we got in the stream watching us right now? Probably 0.
We're live.
Oh, yep. My number says 0 people are watching us. That's probably right.
Good. I don't fucking have any numbers at all. Mine's completely. It was wrong yesterday. I had people watching saying, it says it. Oh shit! I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right, breaking news, guys. We just lost the co-host. We don't know where he went. Uh-oh. Is he in trouble?
No, keep going.
Is there a cat that got smashed? Oh, hey, there's Harry. How's it going, Harry? There's my little buddy, Harry. Hey, Harry. Harry. Jump on real quick, Harry. I got to talk to you for a second.
Oh, shit.
Hold on, Harry. Hurry up. Harry, I got to talk to you for a second, Harry. Jump on for a second. I want to talk to you for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, Harry.
I want to hit. Oh, I guess we got 10 people watching because there's something I want to tell Harry live. I know he's been trying to get on the last couple times, but, usually when I have 3 people on, I don't really want to go 4 because, when someone else's talks, it drowns out the other voice. So if Harry jumps on, I want to just talk to him just for a second to see, just to see something. Oh, it looks like we got 15 people. Oh, here's Harry Unknown. Hey, Harry, how's it going? So you're 13 now, huh?
Yes, a few days ago, 1 week ago.
Yeah, your birthday was on the 11th. Like I said, I apologize. I couldn't get you on the other day because with the YouTube rules and laws, anybody under 13 can't come on.
Okay.
But Harry, the reason I want you on real quick because I got a third guest coming soon. But I want you to have some fun on Tuesdays, Harry. Would you like on Tuesdays? We'll give you like 15 minutes or something, like at 11:30 on our normal day show. Oh, here's Patrick. So Patrick's coming in. So hold on.
Good God.
Patrick, hold on 1 second. Patrick, talking to Harry real quick. So Harry, maybe on Tuesdays at 11:30, you come on and you give us one Mandela effect that you've seen change and with some valid information on it. Would you do that?
Hey, what?
How you guys doing?
Can you hear me, Harry?
Doing good, Patrick. Happy to see you.
So, Harry, you want to come on like at 11:30 on Tuesdays just to give us one example of a Mandela effect? It'd be like Mandela effect minute with Harry show. What do you think?
Harry show.
Oh, Tuesday. It's the worst day for me.
Okay, that's fine. How about this, Harry? Do you have one thing right now that you've discovered in the Mandela effect that you want to tell everybody real quick? Because I got Patrick on now, so I'll give you real quick. Do you have anything that you discovered in the Mandela effect you want to share with us?
So, I don't know. There's a story called the 50-cent piece. Do you know it?
The 50-cent piece? What's the story?
Yeah.
Tell us.
So, a couple, their car had broken up and they were very tired and wanted to go somewhere to sleep. And they stumbled upon the house because they saw lights in the distance and they went there. Someone opened the door and an elderly couple opened the door.
Okay.
So Mrs. Brown and Mr. Brown, the young couple told Mrs. Brown and Mr. Brown what happened, and they let Mrs. Brown and Mr. Brown let them come in, and they slept there. They gave them food and stuff. They slept, and the other morning, before they went away, they left a 50-cent piece on the table.
Okay.
They fixed their car and went to a nearby restaurant. Not really nearby, but like 1 mile away, somewhat like that. And they talk about that, and a waitress heard them talking, and he thought he didn't hear it correctly, and he asked, "What are you talking about?" Something like that. I don't remember exactly. And he told that a very welcoming couple named Mrs. Brown and Mr. Brown had let them stay when their car broke up. And the waitress kind of freaked out, thought they were crazy and he told them, that's impossible. That's impossible. Mrs. Brown and Mr. Brown had died years ago in a fire.
Oh,
So they said, no, that's not possible. Mrs. Brown and Mr. Brown are alive as me and you right now. Yeah. As me and you right now. And the waitress told them, no, that's not possible. And if you want to prove that, go back and see it yourself. The man of the couple said, I will, because he was very, I don't know, because the waitress thought he was crazy. He was very embarrassed. He went back, and the house was in pieces, was broke down, and the story ends with the woman of the couple saying, look at the table, the 50-cent piece.
Wow, I like that. So
I thought it was more like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I know.
I
liked it.
Transvestite dancing around there, but
but Harry, so maybe once a week, when you see us on, have one story ready for us, and we'll let you jump on and tell that story. I really love it when somebody's young, like you are, and you're studying it, you're learning it, and you're sharing it. I think that's just spectacular. So I want to give you your little 10 minutes to explain that story. So that's awesome, man. So, hey, Harry, okay. I'm going to let you go because I already got 3 people on here, but every week I'll give you your 10 minutes so you have a story for us. So
hey, you're better than Patrick, but we don't have a choice. Sorry, man. Oh, God, yeah, we're stuck with him. Shit. Patrick the Painter's here.
But you're really not going to like what I have to say after. When we get to it.
First of all, Patrick, welcome. It's always fun when you're on and stuff, and I wanted you to come on. And what's fun is about this community is how we could bust each other's balls and just laugh about it. Like you bust my balls about the range, I bust your balls about the range. We all bust our balls. That's what a great community is. So I appreciate it. And man, those videos.
A great community is you not fucking running over somebody with a fucking bus. I'm sick and tired of what the fuck you had to say the other day about now listen here. I'm going to tell you one fucking thing. And the thing is I'm a good motherfucking actor.
You are. Uh-oh.
I love that. But if people who's on here who's never been to Patrick's our timeline channel, he's in the description. He's doing these cool videos where he's actually going up to people and asking them questions. I mean, that takes balls. Not anybody can just go up to any stranger and start asking them questions. And what's cool is you're not really saying Mandela effect. You're just getting their opinions on a situation in life to see what they say. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I wish I could have put up the video that I did yesterday. I got a guy and went to our local mall and I interviewed a guy. He's younger than I am. He's probably maybe 30 years old, and he owns a store inside the mall. It's a sports store. So I've talked to him on a few occasions before, but really we don't really know each other. So I walked in and I started popping questions out at him, and I asked him if I could videotape him and stuff, and he was very hesitant on it at first. And then I talked to him, and we talked for 40 minutes, and I had it all on tape. And after I was done, he said he was kind of embarrassed. That and I said there's nothing to be embarrassed about, but he didn't want me to release the footage with him on it. So I said, well, what if I turn the camera around, and pretty much the whole interview I didn't have the camera on him, so I just had his voice in it. And he's like, no, I appreciate it if you didn't. And I said, all right. I said, well, how about this? You look like you're interested. I'll give you a couple weeks to look through it, and I'll come back and I'll see if you want to do an interview then. And, you could see him I wish I could have kept, I ended up deleting it right in front of him, so he knew that I deleted it.
That's nice though, man.
But go ahead.
No, that's good though, man. I mean, you're not a dick, dude. You're not just saying I'm going to put you on camera. Fuck you. You're a nice guy, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
no. He doesn't know what the show's about in the first place. He doesn't know we're going to be talking behind his back or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand that.
I gave him. He was even right there. He took his laptop out and he got on my channel, and he looked at my channel and stuff. And so he was coming up with some really good excuses. Even making me think with his excuses and stuff. And I was like, no. I was showing him residue and all this, and so he's going to take a couple weeks. He looked very interested, but I could see him getting the downloads as I was doing it. Yeah. But he still was fighting it. He's like, I think he's like us. He was fighting it, but he was just too much over to like, no, this ain't happening. Yeah. But he was like, holy fuck, really cool. This is cool. And he couldn't believe the JFK 4-seater car. He was like, no way, 6 seat. No, there's 6 people in the car. And he's like, there's something. He goes, this ain't the original tape. And I said, yes, this is the original. This is original. He really how do you get a fake tape? I mean, was there somebody else filming in color and everything with all these different angles? Anyways, I hope to get him back on in a couple weeks, and
cool.
But and there's some other things I want to talk about, but there's one thing I do want to address to you guys. You honestly, you might not like what I have to say about this, but listen. What?
You're coming out of the closet.
Oh, hell. Yeah, I love women. I love boobies.
Go ahead, dude.
But anyways, what I was thinking is, I really don't think it's too smart to have somebody under 18. The kid's a smart kid. I like him, but I don't think it's your channel too. You can do what you want, but I don't think this is for somebody under 18 to be in this, because some people may take this thing wrong. Or, I mean, I've already heard rumors that somebody's been talking about
I can imagine
this kid being on this channel, and this person says he's gonna watch real close to make sure that you guys, or me, whatever, don't fuck around with this kid, and pedophile as shit. So I think it's not a good idea to have.
No, I appreciate that. Now, guys, Bob, do you remember I emailed you something? I don't know, was it Saturday or Friday? Let me try to find it. That I had a weird feeling that one of our shows, my shows don't get 1,000 views. They don't. They don't. But I told Bob, The first show we did, I had a vision that's actually going to hit 1,000. So I checked this morning, and that one episode, right there, how transgender gays hit 1.3 thousand. And look, you know, it's kind of funny. At that moment of time, the subscribers, where is it? I don't know if you can see it. At that time, the subscriber number was 911.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of creepy. But this is the strange thing about this.
Yeah,
this is the strange thing. I think the reason why that channel hit 1,000 or that show, I'm telling you, I was hit by probably a church group.
Oh,
because I get percentage-wise, you always get dislikes, right?
Yeah,
everybody gets dislikes.
Oh, I get a lot of them.
I had 49 dislikes and only 23 likes.
Wow.
40. I'm not serious. You guys, after the show,
you're not serious?
I'm serious. Look, I'm gonna show it.
I believe you.
Yeah, it's the strangest fucking thing. Now I think somehow I must have pissed off a church or something.
Good.
Because, where is it?
I get a lot of dislikes. I'm hated.
Yeah,
people don't like the fucking truth.
If you can see, right there, 47 dislikes, only 26 likes.
Nice. Nice.
But I like it. You know why I like it? Because I guarantee you guys, nobody watched the video. They saw the title that says how gays, transgenders, Mandela effect, religion has a better community with the fart jokes. If they would have watched the video, they would have seen that what I meant was when you have a good community, when you can sit around like a campfire, roasting marshmallows, and you can do fart jokes, you're in a good community.
Fuck them.
If they would have watched that, they would have seen that. Otherwise, they just saw the title and put a dislike. I don't care about dislikes, but it's just kind of interesting. I thought that was kind of.
I know. I have two people that hate me at least because if you look at all my I got over 200 videos up, and almost everyone has at least 1 to 2 dislikes on it. Everyone. I could barely put. I don't know what my last video was, but I could barely put the video up and out, and it's got 2 dislikes. Yeah. So I got somebody out there that doesn't like me.
This way, dude. I have these. I know who the fuck some of these cocksuckers are. I've got so much dirt on them. You know, it's plenty about these hypocrites out there. They're fucking hypocrites. I know certain things, and these fucking assholes know that I know too. So a hypocrite will fucking reverse shit so they take it off of them and put it on somebody else. Now, these cocksuckers, I already know who the fuck they are. And they're afraid of me like a motherfucker. They are afraid of me like a motherfucker. And they should be. People should be afraid of fucking Robert Wood because I got dirt on motherfuckers. I've even met them face to face and they run like little girls. Girls, they run away like little fucking children. People who talk shit, who do their little things and talk to whatever. I meet them, but they won't face me. They will run away. And they're the first to fucking cowardly walk away. And then they're like little bitches that whine and make little fucking snippets behind your back. And I enjoy it though. Well, they just give more information on the fucking cocksuckers they are.
This is where the community can help me during the show, after the show. If you guys could go to that video and put a like on it, get it over the dislikes, I would appreciate that.
Don't worry about it.
I just love it. I just love it. But hey, the title of the show today, I don't know if you guys seen the title of the show today.
You know, what? Can I stop you for a second?
Go for it.
Us who believe in Jesus Christ are going to be soon, if we're not there already, soon we're gonna be having stones and shit thrown at us that they don't like us. We're gonna have a lot more people that don't like us than there will be that like us because of the simple. I believe that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. So
good for you, man.
Yeah, and you know me, Robert. I've always
Absolutely, man. You stick to your guns, dude. Don't back down. Don't let weak make you feel weak. If somebody's coming at you from behind, I learned this in the military, they're weaker than you. If they can't talk to you face to face as a man, and in my time, my dad says, a men talk to men. And I was raised with gangs.
That's Sagittarius, baby.
Yeah, it's Sagittarius. Your man talks to a man.
Sagittarius.
The man runs away like a little fucking girl. He can't talk shit because you ran away. You had an opportunity to be a man and speak to a man. If you run away like a coward,
that's the way I always been in high school. As soon as I hear somebody talking behind my back that they're going to kick my ass or something, I walk right up to them and I'm like, I hear you want to kick my fucking ass. I'm right here. Oh, I've never said anything like that.
I've never threatened anybody. If somebody was saying something about me, I always walk up and say, hey, man, there's a misunderstanding. I'd like to talk about it. Because I want to be your friend. There's a misunderstanding. My dad always says, approach a person as a human being that you want to be treated like. You approach them in a nice way. And I have walked out of many fucking gunfights with my fucking self, getting drunk with the person with the gun, having a great time. You meet them, you talk to them, you have a social conversation, and find out you're a human being, and they're a human being too. And usually a huge misunderstanding from another party that had said something. It's always some little coward outside of that circle that has said something. So there's always a miscommunication between people. Once you go up and talk to a person and you find out face to face, was there a problem? And then they're usually 9 times out of 10 there's not, and usually you're best friends after that. But then you get the yappy yaps. The yappy yaps will talk so much behind your back, but when you meet them in person, they will piss themselves. They will shit themselves and run. And you know that the little coward that runs away, you're like, I have nothing to say now. You could turn to your friends and you could turn to your group and say, you see me approach this person, and they ran away like a child. So they can't say anything anymore. Even if they yappy yap, all you have to say, is that the person I've met face to face and they ran like a child? Enough said. It's like their reputation is gone. All they have left to do is I gotta find something on him. I've got to find something like a little woman that a man could. This is the littlest, weakest, cowardly thing they can do. It's what a little child does. A grown man will act like a child when they're weak. They'll say things, and that's what little children do. They'll say things behind another man's back instead of talking to the guy. He's like, I want to talk to you like an adult. They run away. Okay, they're going to say little squeaky things. Like, Mama, you know what he said, Mama, guys, this is what happened. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. So never, ever let that ever get you. If somebody yaps behind your back, just blow it off.
First of all, I'd love feedback from Patrick. That was awesome feedback you gave. And I'm going to help you out with a little feedback. I'm going to help you out, my friend. You seem a little down yesterday. Like you said, you want answers and you're not coming fast enough, because life just hits you hard. You have a good time and something just hits you hard. I'm going to tell you what happened to me yesterday and how I kind of, get myself out of it. After the show with Brian, I think it went great. I think it was fun. It was awesome. I had a little Mandela effect this morning because I woke up, Brian had something on. I went on there. I saw myself on his channel. Like, whoa, did I just do this yesterday? That was weird, but that's another story. It was cool. It was cool that he reran the video. That was awesome. I mean, I was like, damn, I look ugly. Holy Christ. I'm watching myself. But like after that show, right? I got a bad phone call that's just like the blood just rushed out of me. I was like, fuck. Okay, Bob, my car, my Nissan car, right?
Yeah.
I call that my reliable car. It's only a 2014 Nissan. I got an old 2004 truck out there, okay? There's some things going wrong. Like I got new tires on it. They said alignment's off, so I took it to Nissan.
It's a vehicle.
You get the alignment fixed. I said that I think there's something wrong with the transmission. I'm not sure. The car only has 70,000 miles on it. They called me back yesterday and said your transmission's shot.
Oh, fuck, man.
I'm like, oh, what do you mean my transmission's shot? Only 70,000 miles on it. What the fuck?
What the hell are you pulling with it?
Nothing. Well, I researched it. There's a thing that it's known to have bad transmissions, and they supposedly added the CYT transmission, like they extend the warranty from 60 to 100. So they go, how much is it going to cost? Total about 4,000 to 5,000. I was like,
transmissions, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I go, what about this warranty I just read 200? Yeah, they extended the warranty, but that's not the part that's wrong with your transmission.
Bullshit.
Like, fuck you. I say, fuck you. I said, ma'am, I'm not mad at you because you're just a worker. I understand that. But I bought a car not to have these issues. I have a 2004 Ford beat up truck that I use for garbage runs. Like garbage truck, you know, Bob, I do garbage runs in it.
Yeah, garbage run.
156,000 miles. No, that transmission has never been changed. A Nissan, I thought I could trust it. 70,000. Now, every time I get angry, I tell myself 3 words. 3 words, and it actually makes me feel better. And I'm not going to charge anybody to know the secret to the 3 little words that helps me feel better.
What's that?
Now, first of all, you got to know this song. If you don't know the song, there's a song by Bob Marley called 3 Little Birds. Everything's going to be all right. So what I do is I tell myself 3 little birds. I draw myself a picture of 3 little birds. My wife was going to a big meeting. She was stressed. She sent me a text. I'm stressed. What can you help me with? I text her a picture of 3 birds, and it made her feel better.
Oh.
So when you feel like shit, Pat, just think of 3 little birds. Have a piece of paper. I know we all draw like shit, but draw yourself 3 birds. That's free advice, people. That's free advice.
Yeah.
3 birds. Yeah. If you've never heard that song, listen to that song, because if I let that shit would be
how does the song
I have to use a credit card. I don't have $5,000.
How does the song go? I want Eric to sing it.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. Everything's gonna be all right. I should have been a singer. I know I should have. Now, being a singer, I'll tell you what, Patrick. I saw my subscribers. I'm at 915. If I get over 1,000, I'm gonna do a video. I'll play some cheesy ass fucking song. I will dance through the whole fucking song on air if I get 1,000, and I will pretend I'm singing just for you guys.
Wow!
Guys, tell your friend. Tell your friends to subscribe because I want to dance for 3 minutes on air. I'll just dance. You can laugh at me, make fun of me, but I'll do that just for you guys.
I want to see that. Can you do it in a bra?
You want it in a bra?
Yeah, hula skirt. If you do
I'll put a bra. I will dance.
No.
You know what in there? We got like a hula skirt going on. We got the bra. Coconut maybe.
No. I want to see him come out like the Sagittarius Tom Cruise.
There you go.
In Risky Business.
Yeah, I'll pick some cheesy song that's maybe, there's no copyright on it where nobody goes after me and take it down. I'll find the most cheesiest song. I will do this if we hit 1,000. But hey, guys, the title of the show is actually "The Body Temperature Has Changed from 98.6 to 97.5." Is this science, or could it be Mandela effect? And the reason I was bringing this up, I was actually watching just the regular news this morning, and they brought up about this temperature change. Now, what it says here, nearly 150 years ago, German physician analyzed 1 million temperatures from 25,000 patients and concluded that normal human body temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, they say the average normal human body temperature is closer to 97.5. Now, I'm not saying it's a Mandela change, but now I put an article in the description. If anybody wants to read it, it's from the Wall Street Journal. I put where the article came from. Now, we all know articles are going to change the truth to whatever science that put the information in there. But Bob, when you hear that, is there any science in this that it could be a Mandela effect? It was always been 97.5, even in those days, but somehow things change. Or what do you think? I was just curious.
It's another change. It's another change that they're trying to wash under. It's another trying to wash it out. It's another change, another biological change that we have. Now it's at 30. It's like over here it's 37, 36. So 36 going down to 36 now. Over there, it used to be in America, it's 97 degrees. So you're at 97, you have a little thermometer in your fucking mouth, or you stick it up your ass, whatever you're into, and they fucking see it at 97. Oh, he's a good, perfect temperature. He's okay. Above that, you're getting hotter. You've got a virus. Something in your body's fighting a virus. Blah 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 blah. But it's now they're saying it's 96. Your body's cooler. that you're cooler. We got to remember that we're breathing nitrogen too. 97% that was nitrogen. Who fucking knows? Everything's a lie now. But you're breathing less oxygen. If you're bringing more other gases, your body temperature is going to drop. Oxygen is a little bit hotter. I mean, that's my guess. You bring in oxygen, you're running a little bit hotter. Like a carburetor. You guys can get the concept of a carburetor. You're running the fucking oxygen in the carburetor, it's running hotter. I think we're running cooler because of the gases we're breathing. I mean, and plus we have a big ass lizard brain now, a big old limber fucking lizard brain, which is lizard. Lizard. I'm gonna take it back to the lizards run cruel.
If that's true, would that make us more perceptible or more
cooler temperature,
vulnerable to diseases or like the flu? Because if we're not burning hot enough, we're not killing the flu viruses and stuff like that. So, I mean, is something going on there? I mean,
that's a good question. No, that's a damn good question. If you're not, because the reason why I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, only reason why I'm agreeing with you, because when I get sick, when we were raised, when we got sick, when Eric and I got sick, we didn't have doctors. We didn't have doctors. We had the brujas, local, whatever, mob stuff. So we did the hot toddies. We did hot toddies with tea, honey, lemon juice, and booze. You know what I'm saying? And then you drink it, and we'd wrap ourselves up in warm blankets, is the tradition you do, wool, and you stay in there until fucking morning. You drink the hot toddy, and you, as children, you drink the hot toddy, and you sweat it out.
With whiskey in it.
Temperature,
right.
Whatever's in your body. So what you're saying would be correct. So at a cooler temperature, but we might be biologically preparing ourselves. God, like you said, if God's in control, could be biologically controlling us, preparing us for colder temperatures.
What about all this global change talk that the temperature is changing? Can anything like that start? You know how you say you mutate to the area that you live in? If you live in Africa, you can take the heat more. If you live in certain areas colder, your blood thickens. Yeah. You think maybe we're mutating, adapting to what the Earth is changing into?
Yeah, that's actually true. In genetics, you have a mutation allele. It's called a mutation allele. Now, I know everybody hates evolution. I know everyone's against it, and which is okay. It's their opinion. Regardless of believing in God or not, I believe in God. But at the same time, I'm still an anthropologist, and we have it called a mutation allele. And this is the one thing that changes, supposed to trigger a change to match your environment. So again, it goes back. If we had a mutation in the past, so now we did shift, guys. I've got evidence of that. I'm going to show you guys tonight. We shifted. You guys will love what I got for you. Major shift. And actually, Eric, your show last night, I sent you an email about it. It's fucking huge. But anyway, with these changes, we could have had a mutation change in one of our own past shifts. And so again, we lowered our body temperature. Again, matching to what could happen. I'm not going to say we're going to have a fucking another ice age. I'll be fine. I run hot anyway. So it would help people out a little bit, maybe it's cooler because we're going to go to a hotter temperature. I don't know. Maybe it's preparing us for something that's going to be coming up. If Patrick's a Christian, he's a betting man. He knows that God has something prepared, and he's not going to fuck us over. No. So he's giving us anything and everything but a fail-safe for anything we're going to experience.
Let me ask you this. What's the goal of that story, you think, even in the first place, to talk about 98.6 to 97? What do you think they're trying to get out of it? Talking about, what do you think, why is that story even out there?
Was that me or Pat?
No, you, Bob. You.
Oh, okay. It's like every time I find it, Patrick knows. Every time, ask Ashley, or Ash 27 knows too, because she's in that field. Every time there's a new organ, it's changed. Every time there's something changed, we all know about it. The doctors know about it, but it isn't until some fucking guy out of Sweden writes a paper on it. Oh, now we can all acknowledge it. I mean, there's a body change that everyone's scratching their head about until someone writes the paper, and then there's the change. And every time we do our whatever shifts we have, that there's a change. It's pretty fucking solid. And then someone needs to write the paper.
I've got this ain't about the temperature, but did you want to continue with that because I'm gonna go sideways a little bit.
Let me just say, is Brian still in the chat? Because I do have a fast question. I know Brian usually has to leave and go to work. I do have a fast question for Brian about the show yesterday. If he caught something during the show. Hey, Brian, if you're listening, let me just read this to you, Brian, and then we'll go with Pat. Brian, during the show yesterday, the NASA symbol on my shirt changed to the old symbol. The symbol on my shirt had the lamada, as the normal. As you've seen it now, so it actually changed live on your show. So Brian, do you remember that last night or yesterday's show about the NASA shirt? Do you see the change?
Oh, the magic that went through us.
Sorry,
Hey,
Patrick, I just saw his name in there. I thought maybe I'll ask him right before he leaves.
Yeah.
I want to ask Brian a question too. Hey, Brian, when am I going to be able to come on your show?
Well, technically, I wasn't on his show. He invited him on ours. So
Yeah, I know. If I knew how to bring him on my show, I'd bring him on my show. But I don't know how to bring people on the shows yet. I have my own video. I can't wait till I get to 1,000 subscribers so I can take my cell phone out and do a live like I used to do live out and about. And when I'm out and about and I'm thinking, I just go off a whim. If it enters my head that I'm going to do something, that's when I'm going to do it. I barely have plans to do stuff on my own. I just go and wing stuff. And I would love to have my freaking cell phone where I could go live because you
could put StreamYard on your cell phone and it'll actually let you do live on your cell phone.
Maybe will.
I thought somebody said that. Is somebody in the chat? Is there a program you could use on your phone to make it live? I heard somebody said you can with the program.
Yeah, I didn't hear that, but that would be cool if there was.
Yeah, it would be. So go on to your story, Pat.
Okay. All right. I'm going to read something to you guys that I got in the mail. And this is pretty fucked up. And so I know these people tried calling me once. And I told them, listen, I'm busy. I don't have time to talk to you. So I never called them back. And so they sent me this letter. Now listen to this. Okay, this company or whatever they're called, the name of it is All of Us Research Program. All of Us Research Program. The All of Us Research Program is a program funded by the National.
Brian just saying you could you can go live with the program DLive.
DLive, okay.
DLive. Okay, I have to sign up with that. I seen a lot of you guys starting to jump on DLive, but I heard some bad stories about that thing too. So I don't know if it's not working correctly, or I just hear a lot of stories that it's not running right and stuff like that. But yeah, I will check that out. Thanks, Brian. Okay, so. Okay, is everybody ready for this?
Yeah, we're ready.
I'm going to read.
I won't read no more comments. Go. Sorry.
Okay, the All of Us Research Program is a program funded by the National Institutes of Health. Marshfield Clinic Research Institute has been chosen as one of several prominent institutions and organizations across the country that are part of All of Us Research Program. Our goal is to help researchers better understand why people get sick or stay healthy. The mission of All of Us Research Program is simple: to speed up health research and medical breakthroughs. To do this, All of Us is asking 1 million or more people to share their health data and samples of blood and urine to build the largest health database of its kind. Researchers can use this data to conduct thousands of studies. This may help them find the next big medical breakthrough.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
Where can I send my blood? Where can I send it?
Yeah, they want your blood.
I mean, they already have fucking tons of my blood, but I'm just saying that is it. It's here. It's here. They're hiding it well, but it's here.
Be careful with that, because the VA does that. The Veterans Administration does that. So all you fuckers that are not veterans would understand. Veteran Administration loves to experiment with fucking disabled veterans because they can fucking do whatever they want. It's free medicine for us. In this timeline, Klonopin. Now, in this timeline, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Klonopin. Klonopin is illegal. Sagittarius arm back home for me.
Just showing that.
That's the doctor. Klonopin was illegal. It made it illegal back home in Sagittarius arm in the VA. Over here in this timeline, Klonopin was still being used, and I think it's still being issued out to people. Back to add to the story, back home, I was given the same kind of thing, Pat. They gave me this thing where we want to try you on Klonopin. It's an experimental thing. We want to use your whatevers and your blood samples and do all this stuff for you. We're going to give you this pill called Klonopin. We're going to see how you work with it. Now, I don't know. My body's all fucked up. I'm half dead. Who cares? I got a death date on me anyway, signed to me. That's why I don't give a fuck if anybody talks shit behind my back. I've already died several times, so I'll take it on again. But anyway, I had a death date, so they gave me Klonopin, and it felt great. I took Klonopin, if you guys know, I was loving it, man. It was candy from God himself. I was on Klonopin for up to a year, man, and longer. I was like, loving life. Give me more Klonopin. And vets were being given Klonopin. Then all of a sudden, I show up to my doctor. The doctor says, okay, the study is over. We found that Klonopin is highly addictive, and we're going to take you off of it. Huh? What? We're going to put you on another pill. Wait, you're testing the addiction of the Klonopin on me, and then now you're going to take me off. What? I'm already addicted at this point. A lot of veterans were addicted at this point. So these fucking doctors, these bullshit fucking people in the fucking medical community are using people like guinea pigs for all kinds of different ass fucking things. So you've got to be careful when you go in there with these studies. Now, I know some studies are good and some studies are bad. So you really got to do your investigation and talk to your doctor about exactly what you're getting into. Where's your blood going? Who's sampling it? What's the sample group? What hospital's doing the study? I want to know who's in this study.
Yeah.
A lot of questions, man. That's your DNA they're fucking with, by the way.
Well, one of the
I'm obviously not going to. I'm obviously not going to do this, but I am going to do some research on it and talk to. I'm going to talk to the gentleman and ask exactly what you're asking, and I'm going to tape the whole damn thing.
Absolutely, yeah. Do the opposite. Go in there and ask them the questions. So they won't give you the answers. Now that you have the effect, you know everything's a lie. You know you're in some fucking weird ass thing, and God's watching you. You got your back. Obviously, you're awake. You got God behind you. You got your spiritual beliefs behind you. Be a little bit stronger. Go in there and ask them questions now. Say, I've got your pad. Tell me some things. Walk in with your notepad. This is how I walk into places. I've got my. Okay, you tell me. What do you want me to do? Let me see. Give me some names. Give me some phone numbers. I want to follow up. And they won't. They start backing out now. Well, if you don't want to do it, just say no.
Well, one of the guys' community here just says, "I'll give you a urine sample and a stool sample and a blood sample. I'll just send a pair of my dirty underwear." That's very nice. That's cool. See, Patrick, already helping. You got it. If you need a stool example, this guy will send you his underwear.
Absolutely.
Don't send it to me. Don't send it to me. Send it to Eric.
No. I'm going to remove that address I have in the description. I'm going to move the address out of there. That Chiquita says, Enter the Stars channel was doing a video about a similar topic. See, that's cool. Where your DNA info is being stolen and sold.
Yeah, let me say this, guys. This is really important. Okay, so the owner of Google, who owns Google, the owner of Google, the guy that owns Google, let me say this again. The guy that owns Google, he's Russian, by the way, Russian. He owns Google, he's Russian. He's married to a gal. His wife, Okay, so his wife and his sister-in-law also work with me. Was it me 23? Me 23. It's a DNA group. It's like that, Eric. You know that group, that thing you did, the historical thing with your blood sample, and you find your DNA background.
Yep.
It's
Yep,
like
I did that.
me 23, me something. They also own that. So Google's also has your DNA.
They have my DNA. You're right. They do.
Let me say this again. The owner of Google, okay, the Russian guy, is married to a Polish woman.
And they own
this Polish woman runs that me 23 or me something.
No, they own Ancestry.
Yeah. Well, not they own Ancestry.com, which also works with that me 23 or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're what is DNA. And around Christmas time, everyone's getting 50% off to get their DNA. I can't bump into someone who hasn't had it done. So everybody's handing over their DNA with smiles. And they're getting these bullshit fucking papers. As Brian Staley was saying, you got a sheet of paper from a flat fucking earth, and God knows where this lies come. Oh, look, I'm more German than French. I'm more this and this. I'm Pacific Islander mixed with blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, man. We don't know where the fuck we are. You don't fucking know where your ancestors came from. Everything's changed here. Do not hand your fucking DNA over to these cocksuckers. Because, again, Google has your DNA. So when you go to that Ancestry.com or other ones, guess who has it? Google has it. Google has your DNA. Not only that, they have your whatever supposedly history, so they know what you're into, more information about you as a human, more clusters for their little fucking sociology sales team to sell you more brown things than red things. This culture like things that are bright orange. This culture, just don't hand your DNA over to anybody anymore. Not here, not now. Right. Don't do it. That's good you brought that up. So now you guys know about who's looking at your DNA. That me 23, me something, and then Ancestry.com, which is
and now this all of us.
All of us. Yeah. Oh, yes. With a capital.
Look at that happy guy. That guy got a happy face. Look at that happy face. You just want to pinch his little cheeks. He just looks like a friendly little guy, even though he's probably a child molester behind the scenes and stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's good. Oh, God, man. They could be like producing children in their own fucking labs at the moment, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is crazy.
Is that a guy or a girl? Bring that back. Is that a guy or girl? I'm serious. I can't tell.
It's the same structure. I would assume it'd be a female of some sorts. I do see the breasticles. Maybe. Could be implants. No, that's definitely a female.
Is it? Yeah, I guess it is.
It's got to be a female with the neck. You can't tell. Is there an Adam's apple? Are we going to look close?
Adam's apple. No, it doesn't look like she has an Adam's apple.
Okay, we got to look real close now. We're going to make sure we're okay.
Kind of looks like that Asian guy from the Star Trek old movies, but as a woman.
Oh yeah.
Ahira? Not Hira.
Not Hira. Oh, what's his name? I'm not a Star Trekkie.
God damn it!
Here I am putting.
What's that Star Trek guy's name? God damn it!
Still stupid.
He's gay in real life.
That guy's happy though. You can see he's a man. He's happy as hell. He's probably drinking weird. He's definitely stoked.
Look how happy they are. Hey, I'm a sellout.
No, I think he's doing your feces, and so he's grinding up the feces for the machine. Yeah, really happy about that. He's got your dong.
Put me in a magazine. I'll smile.
Yeah,
you guys should put me in magazines.
Yeah,
I make a lot of big jealous if I'm in a magazine.
What's this little thing above me? What's that little box?
Patrick, I gotta ask you something. You saw the thumbnail, Patrick. We all wearing hats in the thumbnail. Where's the fuck is your hat? The picture, we're three amigos. You're supposed to have a hat like us.
My dad always says wear a hat.
Did you see our picture? The three amigos?
I can't afford one.
I'm going to mail you a hat, man. I'm going to mail him a fucking hat, a cowboy hat.
Oh, I used to have a cowboy hat. A long time ago. I don't know where it went.
The horns gods are here, so we got to have the horns. You look like a bull. Anybody know what a hat?
Hold on a second.
Cool. Grab it.
All right.
Grab it. I'm gonna go back to the NASA thing, guys. I got a lot of information about the NASA logo.
Here's a hat for Patrick.
Where'd you get that one at? That's cool. That's the old Crushers.
To be honest with you, I don't know where this hat came from.
That's Mike's. That's what Mike's
I don't know.
was.
I just opened up the closet to grab his hat out, and this was
That's
in
what.
there. So
That's what
I've never seen his hat
Yeah.
before.
I would look like an idiot wearing that one.
Don't we all look like idiots anyway? Does it really matter?
Anyway,
There you go.
there you go.
All right, three amigos. All right.
I mean, there's something to say that when the Prophet Muhammad said wear hats, there's a goddamn reason why you wear hats. I don't care what religion you're from. You got a prophet that says wear a hat, wear a goddamn hat. I don't care what religion you are.
Don't I look like Richie from Boston now?
You're in Boston.
We gotta get Brian
Let me
back on the
tell
phone
you
so he can
something.
wear a damn hat. We all gotta wear hats. That's our trademark.
Now we got Brian here. I got a lot of stuff for Brian. Information here. Here we go.
All right, go for it, Bob.
So Brian's favorite picture on the fucking planet is the NASA symbol. Okay. So last night, this symbol was here. This was what was in the shirt.
I can't
This
hurt. Hold on.
shirt.
Let me hide this. Now show it. Now show that. There it is. Now we can see it.
There was the old symbol. Okay, this is from the 70s. Now remember, this is a flip-flop. It's a flip-flop. By the way, somebody sent me an email saying, I watched your show last night, you and Brian, and in the middle of the show, that fucking shirt you were wearing changed back to the old label. I said, during the show, I was showing it off, and Brian was like, God damn it. He looked down like, I can't look at that fucking shirt. I'm blaming him. But it had changed during the show. Okay. Now, other people are trying to take the fucking credit for it, but they watched the show and they saw it change, and they're handing it out to everybody else but us. They should have handed it to Brian and Eric for this fucking change. It happened on camera, by the way. But this used to be this, the old Lambda. It had the Lambda. Now, I know this shirt. I wore it. This was the old Lambda. And it went back to the old, to the A, to the Lambdas with the line in the middle. It's changed, guys.
That don't even look right.
This is the old one. It flip-flopped back. Even this is incorrect.
Yeah.
This is incorrect. But this is what it's been for a while. And we pointed this out on the shirt. Now, our eyes were probably at the time seeing this one. And then later on in the show, as we were going forward and talking and joking, somewhere along the line, it fucking changed. And people that went back to watch the show were going, hey, his shirt changed. His shirt changed. And during the show.
Did you get up at any time and leave? And come
We all
back?
got up at one time during the show for something.
Yeah. We did one time, yeah, and I did not. That's a good question. Thank you for debunking. Thank you for saying that. You have to take my word for it. I only own the one shirt. That is fantastic. I own just the one shirt. Okay. This is the old symbol. I have it on my jacket. This is the T-shirt. Okay. This is the one I wore. You have to take my word for it.
Let me ask you both a question. I'm not trying to get deep here. With that changing,
Good job, Patrick.
but I'm not trying to get deep, but guys, what's the message behind of that symbol moment in time change? What is it trying to tell us, you think? Is there a message why? I'm not trying to get deep, but I'm just wondering, why did that change? What's the message behind that change?
Let me say this again, guys.
Because NASA can't keep their story straight. That's why they keep changing.
Is it you think conspiracy truth behind it, and they want us to wake up and
I don't.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking if you think there's a.
I'm just throwing something out there.
No, you guys are doing good. I'm gonna throw this out there again. Now, a lot of people that aren't, it's nobody's fault, man, unless you work for these fucking.
Do you remember the old joke? Need another 7 astronauts?
Yes.
When I was a kid. That space shuttle blew up.
Yeah.
Which now we know that it really didn't blow up.
Yeah, I know.
Or they didn't die. At least they didn't.
Not
7
this time.
astronauts didn't die in there.
Not in this place. But you guys see that red lambda. Everyone calls the lizard's tongue. It's not a lizard's tongue, man. Now I hear people say that it is a mathematical symbol for measuring the matrix. which means you measure time and space. If you go look up the eigen value on your Googles, type in eigen value and look at the figures, you're going to see this symbol to use. And I know no one here's a mathematician, so there's nobody here going to be like stupid. I'm just educating. So this is a symbol that you would use that mathematical equation to measure time and space. And this circle represents, let's just face it, time and space. They are going to the fucking sky. They're not going out into the outer space. They're going through time and space. NASA's rocket program is a fraud to get you thrown off with Elon Musk. They're doing time travel. Well, they're in the process of trying to learn time travel. They're using a mathematical equation that you use in measuring time travel. That's what that symbol is.
Wow. Okay.
Are calling it just the dragon's tongue or reptile. I see how that's a good joke, but if you didn't know your math, you didn't know that was actually a lambda using math equations.
I really think time travel is real. I mean, I really think they already have got it all down and have had it for years.
So look up eigen values, EIG. Oh, wait, I don't fucking know. I can't spell it. Eigen value. You're going to see this symbol. You're going to put this symbol and go, oh my God, he's right. You're going to add this symbol to the NASA symbol and say, oh my God, that's exactly what they're doing. Now let's keep going. I've got Eric's answers. Immediately, I'm not an idiot. I start researching. So here we go, guys. Here's the fun part. Okay. All right.
Give it.
Here we go. We're going to start with a lot of 13s here, by the way. NASA itself, if you use Pythagorean math, which means A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, real simple. NASA, NASA, actually equals 13, if you do the math. Okay, going down here, on the shirt, you're going to see constellations. There's okay, hold on. Aurelius orange. Well, the color is, Aurelius orange is the color. The orange on the lambda is orange. And that orange, the number for the orange color, let me do it again. I know everyone, I don't want to get everyone lost. So let's go back to the shirt. I'm going real slow.
Hey, something's weird. Something's going on right now.
See the orange on there, guys. See that lambda? The dragon's tongue. We'll call it the dragon's tongue. That is Aurelius orange. And the serial number for this particular color, this orange color, is the color. And Patrick, you know paint. Paint has its own number, right? Paint has its own numbers. So the paint number for this one, Patrick, is Patrick the Painter. What's ironic you're here? Is FE3D21. That's the paint number for that orange, Patrick. So you're Patrick the Painter. You would know that all colors have a number. Right. If you do the math on that, F is 6, C is 3, skip the 3, go to D, D is 4, it equals 13. So that orange you see on that fucking dragon's tongue with the code number for the color of orange, which you know, Patrick, all paint has numbers. It's 634, which equals 13. Now, if you just take it up here, that 3, 2, 1 left over in that label equals 6. So you have 6 and 3. I'm going to hold this up for people to see. As you see there, that number, Patrick, that orange, that's the code number for the orange that they use for NASA. And you do the math, it comes out to 13. The next color you see, it's ironic we have Patrick here because he knows paint. Midnight blue, Patrick. The next color is midnight blue. Patrick knows midnight blue, but Patrick ain't going to walk in the store and pick up midnight blue. He's got a number to match up with the blue. That's midnight blue. So Patrick's going in the paint store to pick up midnight blue. Patrick don't just pick up the name midnight blue. He's got a number. That number for midnight blue is OB3D91. The 0B3D91. So the B is 2, the D is 4, that equals 6. Now the 0, 9, 1, and the 3 left over in the number for the paint comes out to 13 for midnight blue. Wow. 6 repeated again. 13 and 6 is in the midnight blue. Patrick knows paint. If you guys don't know what paint numbers are for picking out the specific 100% pure paint that you need for that project, ask Patrick.
Well, they're on every. You could walk into a store, go to the color charts, and each color has the number on
the number on it. Correct.
The little color matching.
Yeah, exactly. So you would know that. So that's good that you're doing it. That's good that you're here. Patrick knows his paint. So what he did. So we also have stars on this shirt, people. The stars are Orion. Okay, the star. I'm going to show you the constellations around the NASA logo. Orion. And we also have, oh, God, hold on. It's hard to read this one. Cygnus. Cygnus. You have a constellation Orion and constellation Cygnus. Okay, let me show the thing here again. Go back up. As you can see here, you've got the constellation Orion. Also, you have the constellation Cygnus on this shirt. Orion and Cygnus. Okay. Keep going. There's always a code in these things. You got to decipher the codes. Okay, so Cygnus. This is where Patrick's going to be happy. Cygnus, the Cygnus constellation on the shirt, the NASA shirt, is what we would call the Northern Cross. The constellation would be the Northern Cross. There's your white cross, the Northern Cross. Down in Australia, we see the Northern Cross. Mm-hmm. So one of the constellations on the NASA logo is the Northern Cross. Very important to remember that one. And then you have Orion Spur, or Orion, with the three kings Orion, which is the other one. So, also, I mean, I don't know, am I losing everybody? So I'm going to go back to the shirt. I'm trying to go real slow. Because not everyone's like,
it's good information. There might be stuff that people are really interested in this part.
As you see, the symbol is a mathematical symbol for measuring the eigen value. It's measuring the matrix. The constellations on there is Cygnus and Orion's belt, what it is. You have the different constellations on there. And then you have the color, which is midnight blue. It comes out to 13. Then you have the Orionis orange. Can't read it right. And they have the codes for it. So you have 13 and 13 and 6 and 6. So everything here is numerical, right down to the constellation Cygnus, which is the Southern Cross. So look at your logos, people. Go back and grab your logos and look at look at the stars. Another Mandela effect, if people don't know it, is there's an A right there. That A changed just today or last night during the show. There's a little ass star right underneath that label of that A right there.
Bacon.
There's a little what?
Little star right underneath that A right there. That leg of the A. That's brand new. It was never a star there. But all the stars here have changed from last night's show. We were talking about this on the
So
show.
if we go and watch the last night's show, we'll see it. We'll see it change.
It's already changed now.
Mm-hmm.
So it changed during the show.
Mm-hmm.
During the show, it changed last night. So people that watched that show were like, they were seeing the old.
Yeah.
This was on the shirt originally with the old Lambda style A's. You can see it right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The old Lambda style A's, and it changed from those old A's to the new A's, which is a flip flop.
Yeah. When I seen the shirts in Walmart, they look just like that one that you have on your shirt.
Yeah. Well, they switched to the new one. They switched not to the new one, but they flip flop back to this one. So if you guys look at the NASA logos.
So if I was to go to Walmart, they would look like that now.
You look at this one now. They were stuck like this for a little while, and then even on this shirt, and then it switched to this during the show. So I want to make sure people was like, well, you had Eric, myself, and Brian all talking about the T-shirt during the show.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we're all making. I was talking about the Lambo.
To be honest with you, I know that the way that looks on there, right here, the way it is now.
Yeah.
That's the only, to be honest with you, that's the only kind I remember. I don't know if there's original, what it looks like. So I'm not real familiar with, I'm familiar with NASA, but not what the logo should look like. So is that what it should look like?
It did look like last night. The T-shirt the NASA inside of the circle looked like this. This is how
is that the NASA is that the way it looked like in Sagittarius?
Sagittarius, it was similar to this.
Okay.
It was actually similar to this, except the only difference is it wasn't so loopy, and it had the little line in the middle. The A's had the line. It looked like how you would write NASA out on a piece of paper.
Oh, and I'd like to make a point right here also. Yeah. See everybody? You don't have to know every Mandela effect. I don't know what the NASA symbol I know NASA, duh. Yeah. I don't know what the NASA symbol should look like, so that's why I'm asking. I am from Sagittarius, but I just don't know what the damn NASA. We don't know every damn Mandela effect.
You're correct. What did I say on your show yesterday? I'm not an expert in the Bible because I don't read the Bible. So when people talk about changes, I'm listening because I never read it. I can't tell you what has changed.
Not everyone's going to know everything. That's why I tell people I like Eric's show because you're not expected to know. I know people aren't going to know everything. You know, why would you? Are you that much of? I'm like, if somebody. Here's my philosophy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If somebody's sitting in their fucking car spitting out a fucking tick's balls just changed color, I'm not buying it. They're full of shit. People that I call them the Cliff Clavins of the fucking Mandela effect world. If you're a Cliff, Cliff Clavin from fucking Cheers, the old guy, he just knows everything.
Who doesn't know that guy? We're all
Cliff Clavins of the Mandela effect world. I don't believe them. If these motherfuckers are spouting out 5, 6, fucking 20 things, now I can sit here with a magazine and give you 50 fucking things that I remember. It's that easy, but I'm going to sit in I'm going to tell everybody everything. It's ridiculous. Who's going to remember the color of a fucking tick's balls? Right. It's redundant. And sometimes people are just full of shit. I hear them go over and over 50 fucking 30 things, and I go, Cliff Clavin, what's up? Cliff Clavin, what does God love you for?
Do you know? Do you remember back when we all first started, back when it was really like in 2016, 2017, and 2018? Back then we were like, if you didn't see this Mandela effect, you're not all of us were like that.
You don't have the effect.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't see what I see, you're not affected. And I hate unaffected people. I ain't got nothing to do with unaffected people.
I want a cocksucker to walk up to me. Tell me I'm not affected. Tell me I'm not affected. I'll fucking shit. I'll tear you new fucking asshole, man. I'm not gonna affect anybody, but tell me I'm not affected.
You're gonna get one of these Sagittarius arms, man.
You don't want your ass torn up by him. I bet you probably don't.
Slap you like a little bitch. I'll slap you like a little bitch. You call your fucking mom. You ain't affected. You ain't affected. And run away. You ain't affected. Fucking ain't affected. My ass ain't affected. You ever fucking serve in the military? You ever fucking special operations fucking group? Tell me I ain't fucking affected again. I'll bust your ass. Tell me that. You ass pussies always fucking talk shit. You ain't affected. You ain't affected. Who the fuck are you? Did God make you the fucking Satan of this place? Are you the fucking judge? You're a little bitch boy. You're a little fucking little yappy yap boy. Tell me, little yappy yap girl, little fucking woman. To me, people that say you're not affected, them themselves aren't affected. You've got to justify everybody else being not affected so they can feel superior.
Yeah, exactly.
If any of you want your ass torn up,
that's why I never got into any of them damn groups. These little bitty groups that I'm gonna test you out.
You're gonna go shave your head and go fucking and play.
And then people are actually crying, getting kicked out of these little groups, and they're crying because they weren't accepted. It's like, oh my God, you guys, you don't need that. You don't need to have that that kind of support. That's not support.
Yeah, what support you want? You want someone to make you feel bad. You want negative waves, man.
Yeah, we're all going through some major shit, and somebody wants to fucking sit there and say you're not affected. I don't want to talk to you.
Okay, I must be insane then. Because if you tell somebody that has a fucking 100% concrete, old residual memory, at 100% memory, and everybody's affected, by the way. I don't give a fuck what cocksuckers say.
No, I agree. They're just not awake.
Well, they're just not aware and not going. They're not pursuing the rabbit hole.
Right.
You might say.
Everybody who's watching this show right now, this is kind of the reason why we started this show, because the concept was you've been into the community for a long time.
Oh yeah,
and
way back.
I'm new. You know, I always been working. I was new, and I was always ask you, who's the right community? Who's the right people? And we started just doing my show, trying to bridge where you got somebody who's been there, somebody who's new. You know, let's find a middle. I mean, that's exactly what this show's about right here.
Right. Yeah, and this community is growing. This community is growing, and it's growing good. It's everybody's getting along. Everybody is except, you know, we all know that everybody's on a different level, and we're all helping each other out. Like Brian, he came on your channel and he helped you out. He brought a ton of people.
I didn't know there's nobody filmed coming out of the fuck. I'm like,
we
what?
Over 70 people yesterday.
Yeah, he has an awesome following, and he brought all them people over to your channel, and them people are going to probably bring people over, and that's awesome.
You know what I wrote?
This is what I dreamed about like 2 or 3 years ago, that we would all fucking get along, and I can't wait to the day where we have just one big meeting where we all meet up. You know, and I know they're already having them, but I can't wait till we get a.
Yeah, well, they're real.
You know what I wrote this morning, Patrick? This is what I wrote. I went to Brian's channel. When I saw myself on his channel, it's a rerun show, right?
Yeah.
He had 43 people watching a rerun. I'm sitting there like, this is how powerful Brian is. On average, 9 or 10. Right now, I got 20. He played rerun, and it was 40 to 47 people.
Yeah. I would be honored to be on his show.
People watch a live rerun.
I wish I'm going to learn how to get people to interview people. And once I get that going, I definitely would want you guys and Brian on there. Yeah. And there's a few other people that I would love to get on this show.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I don't know how to really be honest. I don't know how to do an actual real interview. I say, when you come on the show, you're coming as a friend, not a guest. Yeah. We're just going to talk because I don't know exactly what questions I'm supposed to ask. Like, the proper stance. So where were you 3 days ago? What Mandela did you see? How did it make you feel? Fuck that. Just tell me.
What's your memory? I was like, give me an anchor.
A lot of people on my channel, not every time I get on there, but a lot of people like to rehear my story about how when I was, you know, my kidney failure and being in a coma and all that and coming out of it. So I don't know how many times I've told that damn story, but
good story.
It's my major. That was like, you know, I think I died. I honestly think I died because I know I was hallucinating, you know, I know that was going on, but some of that stuff was so fucking real, you know, especially the time I was in the cancer ward with the kids and they were coloring and stuff like that. That felt so fucking real, like I was there. And then when I asked my cousin the next day, who she's the manager she's head nurse manager of the emergency room, and she happened to be there that night when I came in. So after I got out of my coma and got out of the hospital, I went and talked to my cousin about that night, and I asked her how everything was going because I didn't remember. I was out of it. My kidney, my creatins were 15. I was dead. I just did blood. I just gave them my blood work a couple days ago so they could check my kidneys and everything. My kidneys are 0.9 now, and that's normal. All your kidneys are supposed to be at a 1, but mine was a 15. All them nurses, when I got out of the coma, all them nurses were like, "You should be dead. You should be dead." You know, mine was at a 15. So I was completely out of it, but to come back out of that, you know, and then that, of course, woke me up to the Mandela effect when I got out. I pretty much gave you the fast track of my story.
I still have a slight nightmare being at the hospital. I still remember being at the hospital as a little kid, getting the operations on the ears. Get them fixed. I couldn't hear, and it was a children's hospital, and I still remember. I still have this nightmare. I remember seeing Mickey Mouse on the wall, and then Mickey Mouse all of a sudden just starts spinning in a circle, just spinning. And I still have that image to this day. I can still remember seeing Mickey Mouse spinning in my head. The next thing I remember waking up, like, I can fucking hear. This is what it sounds like. You know, you don't know what things are supposed to sound like until you actually really hear the full sound for the first time.
You're deaf, man.
It's just hospitals are weird. It's like just I don't know why I shared that.
Were you deaf? Were you deaf?
I wasn't 100% deaf, but I could hear a little bit. But the weird thing about growing up was schools back then didn't give a shit about you because they all thought that I was a bad kid because they knew my brother. They judged me because they judged him, right? So when they're asking me questions in class, they're like, he won't respond, he won't say nothing. And they actually sent me to another school. Without even checking on me, they sent me to another fucking school. Listen, you're a kid, right? You have all your friends. Now, we used to live in an apartment complex next to an auction. We live in the gutter. We didn't live in no pink house. No mom, no nothing. Our mom left. He left when someone killed me out of the car. We lived next to an auction. So I used to have to get in a car with like 3 other, like in a car where everybody else is taking a regular bus. As a kid, you know how embarrassing that is? I mean, as a kid, everybody's like, is he retarded? I'm called retard. I was called retard. I was called names.
You're on the short bus? Is that what you're saying?
It wasn't even a yellow bus. It was like a little regular car. They hire somebody to take me from Kerman to Fresno. Oh, yeah. And one day, teacher's like, we gotta get something checked out. Maybe there's something all right with him. And when they checked it, like, fuck, he's got scars in there. He can't. Because one day, blood came out of the ear. One of the teachers actually saw blood. And because the drum, there's supposed to be a space between your drum in the back. That space was gone. So vibration somehow. And then they're like, and then once they fixed the ear, guess what? I was smarter than most of those fuckers in that class because I could hear it. And they had to send me back.
Yeah, he used to do the Rubik's Cube, dude. He would do here's the thing about Eric. Here's the reason why people are like, well, how could people not know? The problem was my dad was in the military. He was the Korean War. So my dad had somebody had shot a fucking round by his ear. So my dad was deaf in one ear and the other one was going out. So my dad was deaf. He talked loud. That's why I talk loud. That's why Eric talks loud. So we were raised talking loud. And so Eric could hear us fine in the house. But damn son, we talk loud. I talk loud. Eric could hear fine. Everything's fine. In the house, he's fine. But he walks outside. Normal people like yourself are like, hi, Eric. How you doing? He can't hear you. So he just be smiling away. We could talk. He could hear us. We're used to being loud because my dad was deaf. So he could hear fine around the house. And then the people that raised us, which were Latinos, because we lived in it was a work camp. We lived in a work. We lost the house. My mom left. She took all the money and fucking bailed. Lost the ranch, lost everything. So we lived in a work camp with the workers. And so we were little white kids raised with Latinos and people of color. People of color. I didn't know what white people looked like until we moved out of the valley. So,
dude, we saw chicken fights on Sundays, and we thought it was normal. I didn't know chicken fights was wrong.
Watch the cockfights on Sundays. We used to
every Sunday.
So Eric was like a little deaf kid, and all they'd speak loud Spanish to him. loud English. Oh, they knew he was deaf. But so nobody had a problem with it. But the white people were like speaking normal white people talk. They didn't talk very loud. So then they're like, he's not responding. Eric's just doing his own thing. Like nothing's going on. He can't hear him talk. They said blood was coming out of his ears. And he rushed him to the hospital. They said, your son ain't going to hear. He's not going to hear. He's got dual infections in his head. He's in the emergency room. They're like, they don't know if he's going to make it. Like a brain hemorrhage, man.
Even today, they always got to put tubes in because they put them in, they fall out, but it gets affected again. They have to putting them in. So I had to get tubes in my ears So I couldn't like take regular not baths, but like go swimming properly. I always had to put wax. I couldn't get water in my ears.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like you said, your death experience. Eric had it when he was a kid twice. So it's so a lot of people that experience it, like a lot of females I noticed that had like the Mandela talk about. I go, number one, I go, answer me this question: are you an RH negative? No, it has nothing to do with blood. Are you an RH negative? They say, yeah. Okay. Are you taking shots because you have an RH positive husband? Yeah. Okay. Did you have complications during childbirth? They was like, yeah. Did you die during childbirth? I don't remember. So I'm like, oh, okay. I was just suggesting. Some women had complications during childbirth are the ones that have the Mandela effect. And they all have the same memory. I had a problem during childbirth. I said, yeah, I wonder what happened to you during childbirth. I'm just saying. You're alive and speaking, so just enjoy that, But there's always that question: did you flip the switch and die on that one? But who cares? We're all alive. We're all having a great time. We're all having a fantastic time. So you maybe passed away. I maybe passed away several times. Eric, you maybe passed away several times. But still, we're here. We're having a great time. So we're moving forward. I probably died too, acoustic lucidity. So the other you guys, people out there, if you have these same experiences, like Patrick brings it up all the time, and that's this big one, because a lot of people share that. That's good you bring that up a lot, because that's a big one in the community. Brian says he didn't have any memory of dying. Doesn't mean anything.
I mean, there's still days. I mean, every day. I have to say, every day I think about. I go back to that experience, and there was so much that happened that night, and I still am trying to grasp my mind around everything that I remember, and I'm trying to pull out of there. And there was some fucked up shit that happened. That, I mean, just things like being on the side, it looked like a swimming pool, and I was on like a hospital bed kind of right next to the pool, and they were filling up balloons of something. I don't know if it was my blood or something that was from me, but they were filling up balloons and putting them in the water and letting them sit in the water for like 30 minutes or something, waiting for something to happen. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but and then that's not real. I mean, it didn't really happen. I asked my cousin, I was about to say her name. I asked her about, what did you guys do when you guys were taking the balloons and putting liquid into them? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yay!
I said, and then like the cancer ward with the kids, I asked her where's I didn't know that they had a cancer ward in the Merrill Hospital, and I said, where do they have that at? Is it I thought it was in the basement because that's what I felt like where it was. And she said, well, no, we don't have a cancer ward at all. And I said, are you serious? And she said, yeah. And so, I mean, you can knock this up to hallucinations or whatever.
Yeah.
I was there. I was talking to, I remember I was saying, hey, can I get up and,
you're fine.
Yeah. And they're like, no, you just lay there. You're really sick. That's what they said. Just lay there. You'll be all right. We're waiting for the ambulance. So, okay, we're waiting for the ambulance to come get me from the hospital to take me to another hospital that, so why would I get that mixed up with the because I was in the cancer ward when they told me that I was waiting for the ambulance, which I really was. They really had me waiting for the ambulance, but there just wasn't a cancer ward anywhere there. So I don't know. But my mind just keeps thinking about that, trying to pull.
Crazy, keep your memories, man. You're not crazy. Real simple. I bring up. I was in the Navy, and it's on. People can look up USS Blue Ridge, LCC 19, 1994. It's on Google. That's my ship. That was my cruise. There was a typhoon called Typhoon Ed. Typhoon Ed. I've talked about it at home. This was the fucking craziest thing I've ever done in my life. I was the helmsman on duty in a typhoon. One of the biggest typhoons they've ever had in fucking Asia at the time in 1994 or the 93, like right around 93, going to 93. Anyway, it's in the fucking logbook. And I'm on the helm and we're in the eye, and the fucking captain freaked out because we went into the wrong direction and we're in the middle of the fucking typhoon with waves on the ship. I look up into the horizon and it's the wave, man. The ship is going up like the movie. Like that movie, the movie with
Titanic?
Not Titanic. Eric, you know what I'm talking about? What's Clooney, with Clooney.
Clooney was Perfect Storm.
Perfect Storm. That was exactly the fucking waves the ship was going into. The tip was going into the wave. The fucking thing was huge, and it was 6 hours, ironically. My shit was sweating. We stopped watch rotation, and I'm on the helm. And this fucking the ship is in the water, man. It's in, and everyone's strapping themselves into the racks. You got to strap yourself in because the ship is fucking into anyway, long story short, we make it. I'm fucking, what the fuck just happened? And everything goes back to normal. The next day we do emergency muster. Then we got one missing guy, and we got life rafts that were ripped off the deck from the waves. Life rafts were missing. This was huge. And then I go back now and I read the report, and the report says we had skimmed around. We managed to skim around Typhoon Ed. Huh? Skip around Typhoon. We went around Typhoon Ed, my ass. We went into the heart of Typhoon Ed. We were in the eye of it when everybody freaked the fuck out. We went into the fucking typhoon. Now it says we skipped around Typhoon Ed to Hong Kong. Oh, no. It's this timeline where fucking Hong Kong has moved, Japan has moved, fucking Australia has moved, and everything's in some small-ass, flat, fucking weird-ass pizza plane where everything got closer. Oh, no. Completely changed. So your past changes. If you had a death experience, it's probably changed. Eric and I talk about me going off the cliff. I'm catching the fish. Eric shooting out the window. We had a different day. That day was 100%. Eric knows that I'm not lying when I say you were with Dad at the gorge getting Uncle Johnny out. Eric was like, no, I'm with the BB gun shooting Big John's back window, getting yelled at by Big John. I'm like, no, Big John was with me fishing at the fucking river that same day. Two different memories. Completely gone. Probably in this timeline, probably shot out the window when I was with Eric. That other one, the fish thing, me with Big John, no, it's probably gone. So again, your past has changed. Some of your death stories have changed because you didn't die.
When most kids go to Disneyland every year, our Disneyland was in the mountains hunting. That was our Disneyland.
Right back.
Yeah. And so I always joke about that. That past is gone for me now. So I was standing. I don't have a memory of it, but supposedly with you say I'm standing right next to you as you're shooting out Big John's. I mean, was like, did we both get shoot out? What happened? What happened to me? Did Dad? I didn't get shoot out because I was in a wreck, so if Dad wouldn't shoot me out, I wouldn't think.
Well, here's Tony says, "Hi all. Can't watch, just listening. My reception is horrible. Storming outside." Well, while you're listening, dude, we're not. No offense to the other two, we're not good-looking people to look at anyway. So it's probably better to cover the screen anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a handsome man at all myself.
That's the most handsome guy between the two of us.
I got a nasty, smelly man beard.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah. You got some, you bastard.
I spent all night last night getting it all.
He was. Yeah. And I think Cap's doing a show tonight, right? Campfire. You're doing some show tonight. Campfire on your channel.
Yeah, I gotta go look for a book.
What time do you do your channel at night on Fridays?
Between 11:30 or 10:30 and 11.
Okay, I'll probably be on there. I'll probably be a little late because somebody's at my door. I'll be right back.
And I do apologize to Pat, like you guys in the States, because remember, I overseas. Sometimes when you guys are doing your show, it's like 3 or 4 in the morning for me. So I'm always like, I'm sleeping, or I might be. It's like
if I do it at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, what time is it by you?
Oh God, it's like 4 in the morning, 3 or 4 in the morning.
Is it?
Yeah, I can try to. Sometimes when I do, I go to people's sites. I'll check in and say hi, but I'm too fucking tired to be typing, so I'll like check in and say hi, and I'm listening. Oh yeah, the grinder.
No, this is.
I'll have you over headphones. Oh, good stuff. Yeah,
it holds where I can just take the pipe, and it's got like a little thing where you open it up, and then you just have the greens.
Nice, man. I tell people you don't understand.
Hey, my chum.
You don't need to be a dope head, but if you're coming off narcotics, if you're coming off those things, those pharmaceuticals, you can smoke pot as an alternative.
It's been 2 years almost 2 years. Yep.
Yeah. 2016 for me, man. Remember Klonopin for me, I got off. Opiates I got off. I got off heart medicine, cholesterol medicine, PTSD medicine, medicines for medicine, anti-acid medicine. My fucking shot glass was full with pills every night, twice a day. I took massive amounts. They were going to put me on, oh God, I can't remember. It's stronger than fucking opiates. So I'm like, come on, man. 2006, quit cold turkey, detox for a little while, sounding like a madman. Cold turkey, doing strong with the Mandela effect. Use it to my advantage. Patrick used it to his advantage to get off. So you guys need to do the same thing. What do you got? Big Berkeley water filter. Oh, for your coffee.
No, actually, technically, it's not for the coffee. I was waiting for that. I remember I'm not growing marijuana, Pat. I'm for my microgreens that I'm going to be growing.
I remember you talking about that.
This is my purified water for the microgreens. Yes, people, I'm growing organic microgreens. That's going to be a new next adventure.
Maybe you could grow some of them frogs. Get some of them frog stem cells and see what you can do with them.
Well, you can't trust sink water. So this is not purify the water. So when I grow it'd be real.
So how does that work? Do you guys understand that? I don't understand it. They took stem cells from a frog and made some sort of robot that can produce itself. It can reproduce itself.
I never heard this.
Well, frogs. A frog is they're half aquatic, half land animal or reptile. They're able to. It depends on what situation they're in. They can switch sexes. They're not asexual.
I heard that from Alex Jones.
They can switch sexes on their own. It depends on what harsh the environment is and whatever they're in, what situation. A frog can switch its own sex. So they're using that little mechanism they have within the frog's capability of switching sexes to try to produce something. Now, a lot of things online are bullshit. You're going to have a Cliff Clavin sitting around somewhere telling you how right it is, and it's not. The majority of shit on the web for me is fake. It's fake. They're producing shit for you to fucking think it's real. And it's not real. But yeah, frogs they're not asexual, but they can switch sexes.
Wasn't that the basis of Jurassic Park movie? I know it's a movie, but when they're making dinosaurs, it was missing DNA, so they put the frog's DNA in it, and it says that if you're in an environment where there's no females, a frog can actually change sex.
could
So
change.
it can have babies. So
That's what Jurassic Park was based off of. Yeah, these reptiles are able to. They could switch sexes.
yeah.
So doing these weird ass things they're talking about now. I read it and I ain't buy like it's the CERN thing. I ain't buying it, man. If you know, it's the Blackbird concept. If you know about the Blackbird, it's not top secret. It's
Betty
not.
Wolf grows marijuana.
Good. Hell
Betty
yeah.
Wolf, I'm growing marijuana.
Good, yes. Revolutionary. Yes. Grow
You
marijuana.
can in Washington if you get a growing license, if you have a medical reason.
Grow marijuana if you're able to legally. Grow it, please, to help people get off narcotics, help people grow, and get it out of the hands of the fucking industries. Get the marijuana out of the fucking hands of the industries. Put it back into the people's hands. It's a weed. Yeah. It could grow anywhere. Plant the seeds. I tell people, grab a handful of seeds and just throw them everywhere. Be like Johnny Appleseed. Walk around. People should walk around with bags of fucking weed seeds and just throw them everywhere. Throw them everywhere.
He said, I've been doing this since long before it was legal.
Goddamn right. Throw weed seeds everywhere. Back in high school, America high school, people used to throw weed seeds in the fucking bushes. We had an outside school. It was an outside school. It wasn't like an inside building.
Remember, we were surrounded by grapevine. But in the middle of those fields is when the illegal shit was at. There used to be, remember, highway patrolmen, cops, FBI used to all run out in the middle of the thing. And then sometimes on a good day, Pat, you'd be sitting and having barbecue, right? You go,
weed.
They're making some crank. We used to live in California in the valley. It was crank capital of the world. So you would sit there and barbecue and smell people making crank out in the
they make crank, which is meth.
You know that smell too. You know that smell.
They made meth like fucking nothing there.
See, in the valley, you didn't have money. You didn't have money for cocaine. If you you don't get cocaine, you get crank. Yeah. You know what crank is, Pat?
No.
Crank is a cheap version of cocaine where you make it out of battery acid.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Crank is a cheap version of coke.
Yeah, well, it's like a meth. It's like methamphetamines. Yeah. Methamphetamines. Wow. It's meth. It's like meth. Homemade meth.
I tried marijuana a few times in high school, and I didn't like it. I never liked it. And finally, I had back surgery in 2008, and they like really fucked me up. So I've been on since 2008. I've been on oxycodones, morphine, fentanyl patches, and some other shit that they make now in the labs. It's a I don't know what the hell it was, but they put me on that stuff too. But anyways, so when I met you, and you're helping me get off the narcotics along. Rationally was helping me out a lot, and I was going through some fucking hell with Jaws. Being on narcotics for I think 12 years, whatever. Trying to get that shit out of my body, and and Rationally was here through this. She helped me like really kick the habit because she has kudos coming to her. Thank for her. Shit, I couldn't have did it alone. I could not have done it alone.
I did it by myself.
I had you and Rationally for big supporters. But that's when I started smoking. That's when I started smoking marijuana. I tried it again, and I was like, that's actually after 2016 too. So that could be a Mandela effect too, because I wasn't getting the same feelings that I was getting when I had tried it before. Yes. Now it was like, wow, this shit helps, and I'm not getting the same scary feelings. It used to freak me out. Like I would get paranoid and shit from it. And it wasn't doing it to me now. And I'm like, what the fuck? This shit's just like good. So I've been smoking since 2016. I've been smoking it. It's been helping. I'm getting feedback.
Yeah, that's good, man. I didn't know how to quit. I didn't want to quit. I didn't have a choice. I woke up with the fucking Mandela effect. I knew it was time. It was time to get back into the fucking, it's it. This is it. We're here. We're in the middle of this fucking big ass flip. And it was it. And time was up. And so I had that vision. My dad was talking to me and I was like, he says, you're getting off, son. How do I get off? He says, you're going to quit today. That means nothing tomorrow. I mean, today is it. Today is it. My fucking bottle is full. I got all kinds of full bottles. Today is it. It was it. My dad was like, the voice came to me and was like, you're getting off narcotics and you're going to get other people off narcotics and you're going to do this and you're going to have to do this. I'm like, slow the fuck down. I'm a fucking regular guy, man. I work at a fucking museum. What are you telling me? The day that got off, the next day, I'm in detox. I'm leaving in the toilet, man. I'm sitting on the toilet all day, 8 hours a day. I'm going to the bathroom all the time. I'm eating foods to keep things solid. You know what I'm talking about with detox? I'm throwing up. I'm having the throw ups. I'm throwing the fuck up. I'm having detox. I'm crawling in the fucking kitchen. I'm eating bananas and soft things from my stomach. I'm going through the withdrawals. It's like you're in an elevator. It's lost its cable and it's going down fast. And your body's just shaking. You got nothing, and now you're thinking, what are you doing?
You're sweating.
Sweating. You've only ever known that high.
Shaking.
You're shaking. You sweat. You're laying in bed. It is the flu.
You want to go rob somebody. You want to go kill somebody just to get something.
Yeah. I was thinking about going back to my dad's dead at that point, for years, since 2012, or was it 13, 12? Anyway, I wanted to go back to his old house, which is condemned, and crawl around his old. I swear to God, that was in my head. I wanted to go to his old cabinets, which has got rats infested. It's an old rotten building now. I wanted to look through there for fucking for opiates.
Yeah.
I had that vision. I was in my fucking floor and I'm staring at my floor. I want to crawl and see if I dropped any of the pills. I wanted to look around, but my son says, "You're crazy, Dad, but I'm going to help you." We dumped it all into a recycled sludge bucket. And I wanted to go out into the sludge bucket with feces and shit, for the garden. It's not mine.
Yeah. Right.
I wanted to crawl into the bucket and see if anything's not decomposed yet. I had that feeling. I'm sitting here staring at the bucket. I could crawl in this bucket. There's shit in this bucket. I can put my hands in there and pull it out so I can find a pill. I just, nothing you can do. You can't crawl out of your own skin. But people know it, because of the Mandela effect and the shifts, the detox is shorter. The detox time, I can't believe I got better in 2 weeks. It's impossible. I can't get better in 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I'm like, I don't have that fucking detox. I don't have that craving anymore.
That's with a lot of things with our health, I've noticed.
Yeah.
We heal a lot faster.
Faster. I had cirrhosis of the liver. It's gone. My spine was fucking crushed from top to bottom. Healed. Everything's healed.
Well, look at my kidneys. My kidneys were shot. I was basically dead. Now, yesterday, I get my kidney reading, and it's actually a little smudge under normal, like 0.9. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. When they released me from the hospital, they didn't the kidneys are so bad, your creatines only need to be a 5, and they put you on dialysis at a 5. At a 5.
Yeah.
So when they finally released me from the hospital, I was at like a 2 point something, like a 2.4 or something like that, and they released me. So back then, and it's only been 3 years. I was in and out of the hospital. I was out of 15, deader than a doornail, in a coma. 3 days later, I'm out of the coma, and 3 days after that, I'm walking out of the hospital, and they're like, "I can't believe your kidneys got that fast."
Yeah.
Under a week, I walked out of that fucking hospital.
Very good.
They wanted you here today with us on air. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
People for this moment.
People that have the effect, you got to believe you have the effect. If you do and you know you have the effect, you can get off those pharmaceuticals, man. You can get away from those things that are hurting you. You can do it. I walked away from it. Patrick walked away from it.
Well, this guy wrote, City Road, I took 2 hits of crack and crank and messed me up all day. That was the last time I did that, young and dumb.
Yeah, I smoked crack.
I never tried crack. I never tried it.
Things were young. I mean,
I did crack and coke.
I never tried coke. I never tried acid either.
But now,
marijuana,
I never had to pay for it.
Never
had to pay for it.
Yeah, good.
Like, everybody always had it.
That's all I had.
Crack, you name it. I've fucking done it. I've done acid. Dude, I drank it.
In the house.
Hey,
where the hell has he been all day?
Hey, Prelim. I actually I want to try that stuff that they say. I forget what it's called, but I would like to try this stuff just once.
What's that?
Makes you like see like God and everything. You know, what's it called? It's like a psychedelic. Yeah, that's it. I want to try that just once. No.
Yeah. I think for Patrick, Patrick needs ecstasy.
No. Ayahuasca, yeah. I never tried ecstasy.
So I did all the drugs. I had no choice. I had no drugs. I had a shit that I carried when I was back on the ship with fucking Scraggly. They said, "Who's this piece of shit?" They would like think I was some kind of weird person, and they go, "Oh no, he's okay. He's probably coming off a drug." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in the military." We're in sunglasses. I'm sitting in the fucking briefing room. They're like, "This dude's on drugs." I'm like, "Yeah, I was around it." See, the rule is you can't do drugs, but if you're around it, that means you have no choice. It's either that or you're dead or killed. So I was like, look, they gave me. I did. This is fucking cool. I did Yabusaki. Tell me about Yabusaki. I had no choice. I did Yabusaki, which is snake.
Thank you, Acoustic.
That was nice.
I was just thinking Acoustic.
Yeah, that was nice. He said he was glad that Patrick was here.
Who's that?
That's my ringtone. My phone went off. Sorry.
Where the fuck is
that was my ringtone.
Where the fuck is Digital Intel?
Where's Digital Intel?
He just did a show last night. Early this morning. Yeah, it was like 2:00 this morning or something like that, our time.
Well, he never invites me on his show. He's a bastard. No, he's on.
Well, I guess he's talking that he might not even. I think he's trying to get away from doing videos. Yeah. I guess I'm not sure. I need to have a talk with him because I don't know what's going on with him. But I hope he doesn't. I hope he stays. With us. I'm not sure what's going on.
If he doesn't want to host, he can always come on to our shows. Yours, mine.
There's an asshole out there always giving people pressure. There's always the fucking Cliff Clavin out there giving everybody else fucking hard times, just making them feel bad for just because they come on and want to talk social stuff. They only have a few fucking things they recognize. They're not out there fucking looking for 1,000 things, like the color of hair or the balls of a fucking sheep. They're like they're talking about what they know and getting people out and having a good time. It's mostly social center. There's always someone out there making them feel bad for it. I'm like,
says, "I will go with you, Patrick."
Go with me where? Did I say I was going somewhere?
I will go with you, Patrick. This permanently says I was at the grocery, maybe on the expeditions to do Ayahuasca.
Oh, Ayahuasca. Yeah. Okay. See,
I had my days.
I applied for a cashier job.
I don't do it anymore. I'll just stick with marijuana. I don't do fuck the drugs.
Lungs get less oxygen, making PPL more dumb. I'm just
what did you say? The lungs get less oxygen, making people.
Toxinide says the lungs gets less oxygen, making PPL more dumb. I'm sure.
People, yeah. Well, we have less oxygen now. Yeah.
Explain theory in his new video. Oh, okay.
Cool.
I was going to talk about this guy. Prelim. What's the guy's? Do you know the guy? Yeah, from Australia. Did you hear this guy's theory?
No.
Yeah, the guy's a job. I'm sorry. It's actually a whack job.
I know it's just a theory, and you know, we all have theories, but I mean, I hope a lot of people aren't buying into that because that's
a whack job, man. God talks to you. He's talking to everybody individually. He's talking to everybody individually. You've got your mission. It's simple. I tell people, religion is simple.
It's easy. It's not. Don't overthink this whole fucking. You know, save yourself. All you need is Jesus Christ. Save in your.
It's simple. It's simple. You and your God. What makes you feel good? If you're not eating a baby, you're doing fine. If you're not cheating on your wife,
all you need is coffee, man. All you need is coffee.
Right.
A cup of coffee helps your fucking liver out. As long as you have honey.
Even if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, we all know there's a God.
Yeah, nobody's God. That's it.
There's a God. You know,
that's it.
And that's a true statement because I believe more in God than in Jesus himself. But there's nothing wrong with that.
I just believe that Jesus died for my sins, you know. But it is as easy as if you overthink it, you're like overthinking into these. You're going into these categories where it's like there's no escape. You're just fearing yourself into something where you're not going to be able to get out of because you're in so many. What do you call it? The simulation theories or whatever you call it? You're in this one, then this one, and this one, and then this one. If I get out of this one, I've got to get out of this one, and then I've got to get out of the main one.
Fear base. I can go anywhere. I walk in the fucking dark. I go in here at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going, so we have a ghost in here. I walk in there at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, where's this ghost at? How are you so brave? I said, because I got God with me. I don't give a fuck. I walk up to a parking lot and say, you talking about me? I got God with me. Fucking step, bitch. I got it. You know, people that don't have God with them, they're scared. They're scared. They don't know. They got nothing. It's like dad. It's like you miss your fucking dad. You love your dad or your mom, whoever you had raising you, or your uncle, whoever you had raising you, or your stepdad or your stepmom. And that person was always there for you, right? Where you were at. They pass on. And you feel alone. But all of a sudden, it's like that person came back and says, I'm watching you. I'm taking care of you. You're okay. Just do what you got to do. Don't be afraid no more. You get up and do what you got to do. Some little ass punk bark bitch wants to fucking step to you. I'm with you, behind you the whole fucking way. Step up.
This person wrote, you don't worship Jesus. I wonder if that person's like talking to me.
I want to try to say this before I lose it. I'm fucking losing it right now. It's going. God damn it.
Don't sweat it, man. You're having a good time. You're high.
I'm trying to pull it back. Go ahead.
We're pagan. We're just pagan, but it doesn't mean when Paul. Now remember, guys, there's two different types of religion. There was James and Paul. Paul saw Jesus as the Son of God. Paul saw Jesus as a demigod, as pagans do, a demigod like Thor. James saw God as the king, as the rightful king of Israel, as a messenger of God and the rightful king of Israel. There's a difference between religions and philosophies. As pagans believe that he's the son of a god. He is a god. He's the son of a god. He's a walking, and he's got the powers of a fucking god. He's got the ear of the gods. He's got the ear, and it's the same thing as worshiping Jesus. You're not worshiping Jesus. You just know Jesus has the ear of God. He is, in essence, God in fucking foot form, walking around. He is the representation of God. So it's the same thing with paganism. It's the same thing with Thor or any other of Samson. But at this time, and even Buddha. People talk about Buddha. Buddha had a miraculous birth. Buddha's mother, and Mike will know this is on here, Buddha's mother was made with an elephant. Okay, an elephant slept with Buddha's mom. He's not Buddha. He has an actual name. But a god slept with the mother of the Buddha, and he was conceived, and he is a demigod, as their religion goes. He was a demigod. He was half God. Jesus is half God in God form. Same thing as the pagan thing, which is on Paul's side. Paul was a pagan. Paul was a Roman citizen, so he was pagan. At the same time, he worshiped Jesus as a demigod. Now, I always make sure people know that's why the Bible is changing, to show that representation that Jesus himself is a demigod. He's a god in all sense of the word. So it still goes back to paganism. And again, if you're a Messianic Jew, which means you worship the Messiah, then Jesus, under his brother James called him a prophet. He was a prophet of God. Prophet, James said. He is the son or representation of a god and the king, rightful kings of David, the lineage of David, the lineage of David to become king, which they did not want because they don't want kings over there. They don't want kings on the planet anymore. They want to get rid of kings. So Jesus was killed. Of course he was killed, but he didn't die. See, if he is the son of a god, he don't die. So when people say he gave up his life, he did give up his life. He gave up torture, a fucking tremendous amount of torture, and a horrific fucking way to go. But he is still alive and came back and comes back. Demigod. So there's the balance of religion. I'm trying to blur the lines between paganism and Christianity. They're the same thing. It's just a different word for it.
You can see in the comments that everybody's top. The comments slow down, but as soon as the God and Jesus came up, comments are just coming in.
Exploded, yeah.
Do you see? And it's also easy if you look at it this way. Everywhere you look, Jesus and God is being attacked. There's so many theories out there, and if you look at all the theories, they're trying to pull you away from Jesus and God. I mean, it's that easy. I mean, you don't have to read the whole damn Bible, from God. And like the chat is saying, a lot of people in the chat, you don't need, like one person said, you don't need Jesus per se to save you, but you kind of do in a way, because Jesus saves you because he died for your sins. So you have to believe in him as a brother to get to God.
I
got a question for Pat.
Oh my God.
Pat, I don't know if you're the most religious person in this whole thing now. I don't know if I heard two different stories.
I don't go to church or anything like that.
If you get baptized, is it a free pass to heaven?
I don't think so.
Somebody said if you got baptized, you got a free pass to heaven. I don't know. If that's true or not.
I don't.
Well, Yeshua followed the philosophy of John the Baptist. Okay, remember this. Yeshua followed the philosophy of John the Baptist. John the Baptist was also a prophet of God. So John the Baptist, if he's a prophet of God, and God told him in order for people to get into heaven, ritualistically, it's okay and plausible to dunk them into the water to get them baptized, because if he is, and he was a prophet of a God, then he was told to go ahead and baptize people. Okay, so Yeshua believed him. He said, John Baptist is the prophet of God. So if he's saying to do it and he believes in God, he went ahead and said, I got baptized. So again, people are saying, well, you don't need to baptize. Well, you don't. However, there was a prophet who said that God told him, it's good to do, and he practiced it, and he did it, and Yeshua himself did it. It don't hurt you. And I got baptized. I'm not a Christian. It felt good. I mean,
I got baptized. I wonder if I got a free pass.
You don't have to be baptized. You don't have to go in the water. However, again, it goes back to if you believe in John the Baptist was an actual prophet. So if you believe in John the Baptist was a prophet, then he was told by God.
I believe I got a free pass.
Hey, Betty Wolf. Read Betty Wolf's comment. Also, everywhere you look, people are attacked for not being Christian. If them Christians are attacking you, they're not Christians.
Yeah, they're not Christians.
Just because people go to church and shit doesn't mean they're Christian. You have to have it in your heart. You have to have it in your heart.
Well, and look at all those molesters.
And somebody who has it in their heart is not going to go out and attack somebody for not being a Christian. If if you don't believe in that, that's fine with me. I'm not gonna push it on you. I'm just telling you what I believe. And there's another person on the internet, and she likes to push the simulation theory. And I like the lady. She's a very nice person, but I just don't agree with her. But I'm not going to sit here and attack her because she's not Christian. And if somebody is attacking you for your beliefs, then they don't have the right. They don't have the right heart.
Nobody should attack anybody. Like you said, Pat, I respect your religion. I don't follow religion. I don't go to church. I'm not saying I don't believe in it. I just don't practice it. But I respect people who do, and I listen. Yeah. I'm not saying there's not a God. I think there is. I think Jesus was not a Messiah. I think there's just God. I think Jesus had a effect kind of a person. But I respect what everybody's saying here. We should all respect each other.
Messianic Jews didn't believe he was a God either. He believed he was the king. It's the same philosophy.
Jesus is God.
So you can be a Christian, a Messianic Jew, and you still believe he was a king. You still respected him as a king.
Yeah.
And so it was the other side, Paul's side, that respected him as a God. Now, going back to the baptism again, guys, now remember the Prophet Muhammad, when you go into the temple, you've got to clean yourself also. It's the same thing as baptism. They baptize every time. You understand? A Christian will baptize once. A Muslim will baptize every time they go into the temple. Okay, they have to clean their genitals.
Well, Christians also, every time they go to church, they hit the water. They're basically baptizing themselves. Right.
Exactly.
Now, is there a difference between a Baptist, because we would Southern Baptist Church by our house, getting baptized as a Baptist versus getting baptized as a Christian? Is there a difference?
No, I think we're all the same if we believe in God. I move that Christian out of my category.
Yeah.
I'm not a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. If you want to call me a Christian, fine. I don't carry any labels.
There it is. Thank you.
I love people who are open. I'm open. I love people who are open and honest. And if you want to lie to me, that's fine. Lie to me, but that's just on yourself.
That's on yourself.
You're just beating yourself up every time you lie. So
whatever. You remember your show yesterday? I asked, if you read the Bible, what Bible should you even read? Because you're right. There's a different name church everywhere you go. There's a Baptist church. There's this kind of church. There's this. There's that. There's Mormons. There's this. And I'm like, if somebody wants to get into religion, where do you even start? Because there's so many different.
Go to the mountaintop. Yeshua was on a fucking mountaintop. Yeshua was
when I got affected in 2016, the first time I ever bought a Bible. And I went out and bought a $60 Bible, King James Bible. I don't know. I don't think there's any different. I don't know what the difference are, but I'll say this.
Yeah.
I believe in Jesus, believe in God, but I bought the Bible 2016 after I was affected with the Mandela effect, and I probably opened the book 4 times.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
changes. Someone's like, this is what changed.
I have Jesus and God in my heart. I really I don't need the Bible either.
Yeah. I did it for anthropology, archaeology. Now I have it for the changes. Like flip the pages. Now impeachment's in there. Impeachment's in the Bible. It's kind of fucking cool. Bear shit in the Bible. It's kind of fucking fun. But back to the building. Jesus was on a mountaintop. Jesus says it's in you. You don't need to be in a box. You could be in your own house and be in a church. You could be in a closet and be in a church. You could be out fishing and be in a church. You can be anywhere and be in a church. You don't need to be in a box. That's why the religions are separating themselves. The fucking religions are ridiculous.
Hey, I got it. My hand is up. It's so easy. It's so easy to beat this system.
Oh, yeah.
All it takes is I believe in you, God.
That's it. Done. You don't need it anymore. You don't need it anymore.
There is a God. we are what we are is just super amazing species. We are human species, and we are created by an ultimate creator named God. And I'll tell you, nobody look at us. Look at us. You know, I mean, we are so technical. I mean, nothing can copy what we are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah, you're right, man. You don't need a God. Once you've accepted there's a God, this is what I tell people. Why people say, why are you not afraid of nothing? And I say that because once I found out there was a God, now I was an atheist, man. Anthropology, archaeology, evolution, you fucking name it. I debated the Bible. That's why I know it so well. I debated it. Once I found out there was a God, had a little bit of conversation, I'm like, oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. There is a fucking God. There is a God. And so now it's like, I don't need to worry about nothing. There's nothing to worry about no more. I walk outside, I got no fucking worries. Right. Nothing. I want confidence, man. If you believe in God, you got confidence now. You don't need
every time I'm driving my car, I say, God, shield me from the police. I don't want to get pulled over for any tickets or anything like that. So I'm just like, I gotta hurry up and get there. But God,
when I'm in the connection with the wife, I thank God for that.
I also wanted to get back to say when 2016, when the Mandela effect hit me.
Yeah.
Before the Mandela effect, at funerals, of loved ones, I cried. When my aunt passed away, in 2000, I cried. I was very close to her, and it was hard. Since the Mandela effect hit, about a year after the Mandela effect hit me, my cousin passed away. And I was very, very close to him. He was a year younger than me. A week later, my dad passed away. And I was close to him, obviously. And 6 months later, my uncle died. One of my very favorite uncles. So I had 3 deaths within a year. And I didn't cry over either one of them because I'm just like, they're somewhere else. They're happy. I know for a fact that they're somewhere else and they're not just disappeared. I will see them again one day. And I know that for a fact. And I was surprised. I didn't cry over these 3 deaths, especially within a year.
Yeah, we had the same thing. We had a steady supply of them. Our aunt just died. They raised like our mom.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I got an email from Eric. She just passed away. I'm like, what? Aunt Mary died. Aunt Mary died. I said, oh shit. That was it. That was the last of the fucking Wood family. That was it. Of the elders. That was it. That's the oldest sister, my dad's brother or uncles. That was it. They're all gone. That's it. It's just me and Eric now. Me and Eric and our kids. It's just me and Eric and our kids.
Sorry to hear that.
But you know what, guys? I think we hit over the 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit. But before I wrap it up, Patrick, you have a show tonight. You said around 10:30, correct?
Yeah, between 10:30 and 11, I will go on, and it'll either be a camp story night. I'm just gonna try this camp story thing tonight. So join us. We're just winging it. So.
And your page is in the description. I put his page in the description.
Oh, thank you.
And when I'm done with this video, I'll put a symbol at the end where people could jump on. And I'm gonna try to make it. I told you I am going to the movies tonight. It's date night. It's Friday. Got to go see Bad Boys for Life. Got to go see some good old comedy action. So and Bob, you're having a show tonight or this weekend at all?
Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I just do it for the old entertainment for the people getting out of narcotics kind of thing.
And if they want to go to it, I fixed the link. I replaced it because people are mad at me because they're trying to go on your show.
Yeah, it won't go through. I'm being shut down. I'm being shut down. My subs don't go up. My subs lock, and I don't get nothings. But that's fine. I don't want them. So people that watch me, I like. People that come on, I know. I keep it as simple. I got people that watch me that I don't know about, which is fine.
Everybody
my fucking thing, it doesn't work. It goes to a dead site. I mean, I'm being stopped by every fucking evil goddamn force on the planet.
Well, that's good. That's why you were doing the show. So, and
Hey,
everybody else,
Eric.
you know, Tuesday's the normal 11 o'clock show, and I'll probably do a video over the weekend on an opinion of Bad Boys for Life. You know,
Hey,
maybe
Eric.
God himself will send me to talk to Will Smith. You never know, right, God? You might send me there.
Hey,
If you watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about of those kind. So, we got Pat.
yeah, Eric, can you do me a favor and give Robert my phone number? And Robert, call me or text me. I want to talk to you.
Bob doesn't have a phone number because we're in the United States. When I had to talk to him, I had to send by email or try to get him by Facebook. There's no phone number to call.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Oh, you can't text.
No, like I can't get a hold of him unless he reads the email or so because he's in Manchester, UK. So there's not a number that'll work.
Oh, okay.
But
Wow.
we'll talk real quick. You know, we'll end the broadcast now, and we'll talk behind the scenes. So everybody else, thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time.
Thanks, chat.
Thanks
for having me on, guys.
So I just hit.
Thanks, chat.